Welcome. My name is Sally Myers, and I am very excited to be able to say that my husband and I own and operate the Sizzler here in Paris. And I am also the founder of the Paris and Menifee Valley Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program, and I am delighted to welcome all of you here today. So I hope you had a blessed Christmas and a wonderful New Year celebration, and that your new year is just starting out just happy, positive, and truly joyful. I'd like to ask you all to please stand. And Joe Strange is going to come forward and lead us in our prayer. And it is always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Joe. And then if you would please remain standing, and because everyone's standing and now I realize how small I am, I can't see if our Mayor Bush is in the room to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. No? So then I would appreciate if our Superintendent, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg, would come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance at the conclusion of our prayer. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Let's have a time of prayer. Father, we just thank you so much for life and for the breath you give us and for this new year. Father, I pray that you would just bless our time this morning. Just bless each one of these students here as they are just embarking on a new future. And this is just going to be hopefully a launching pad for something great. And so, Father, I just ask that you would be with them. If they don't know you, that they would come to know you and have a relationship with you. But Father, just bless our time. Bless all of the representatives here. And just help us to be a community that impacts this state and this nation. And so, Father, we just thank you for your provision and your blessing of just life and being able to serve you. We love you, Lord, in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
Hand over heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen. You're welcome to be seated, and then I can really see everybody. The Student of the Month program was founded in 1998. We are 17 years strong here, and that really tells you something about the community and your commitment to the youth in our valley. The mission and the history of our program, I think, is important for everybody to know a little bit about. And our program originally was founded in '93, about 23 years ago, or 24. If someone is good at math, maybe you can tell me how long that is ago. But we are a nonprofit organization, and our mission statement today is the same as it was about 23 years ago. And that is really important for all the parents and the special guests in this room to know, because it is through the mission statement by which your son or daughter was selected to be here today. And that is that we are a local recognition program honoring high school seniors that are college bound or vocational or trade school bound for their character, their love of learning, how they make a difference, the ability to persevere through challenging life circumstances, your involvement in community service, the activities that you're involved with on campus, all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and something that as business people like, free enterprise. So that is what we're all about, and I don't know where you can go and come in under one roof and honor all those things together, but we do it here in Paris and Menifee, and we are real proud of that. And so students, the reason that mission statement is so important, and to you parents, because when we talk about character and making a difference and love of learning, that is not about a laundry list of necessarily all your activities, which we know you all have. It's really not saying that you have the highest GPA, but we know that you have very high GPAs. But it's who you are as a person. It's how you are set apart from others. It's how you have come alongside others and how you have valued others around you. And we are here to celebrate that today. We are here to praise you for how you've made a difference. And our program is all about hearing from the students, hearing the stories, hearing from our families and your teachers, so that you can tell your story and then go out and we're going to share that to others. So this is a day where we really get to truly fellowship, and we get to do it over some good food as well. I would like to introduce the students to you now. And from Paris High School, we have Isaiah Leon Logan. And Isaiah, if you could please stand up from Paris High School with your family and guests. And remain standing because we also want to introduce Mr. Nick Hilton, our principal from Paris High School, and our mentor teachers. If you ladies would please stand as well. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. And from Heritage High School, we have our assistant principal, Bill Clough. So Bill, if you would please stand. And our student is Alexis Ramos, and your family and mentor teacher. So all the brothers, please stand. Thank you. From the California Military Institute, we have our principal, Michael Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes, if you would please stand. And our student is Rio Tess Musni, is that correct? And your mentor, teacher, and guest. And yes, you must stand. Thank you. And from Paloma Valley High School, we have our assistant principal, Robert Carrillo. So Mr. Robert, if you would please stand. And our student is Nathaniel Brian Smith, and your family and mentor teacher, please. Welcome and congratulations to each one of you. As we shared, we are the Menifee and the Paris Valley Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program, and I am delighted to introduce to you these special guests from each of those chambers. And when I call you, if you would please come forward and have you say a few words to the students. We have Dorothy Wallens, who is the CEO of the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and Grant Bennett from the Pierce Valley Chamber. Thank you.
Well, good morning. On behalf of the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce, we want to congratulate all the students on this honor. It's a great thing. You know, you're one of 2,000 kids on your 2,500 kids on your campus, and you're the one the school selected, and for very good reasons. And the chambers are very proud of you, and we hope that in the future you come back to Paris and Menifee Valleys and make a big impression and help to improve our communities. That's the goal of the chamber, and we'd love to have you come back and be part of the chamber. So I'm going to turn over to Dorothy now, and again, congratulations.
Good morning. I'm Dorothy Wallens, CEO of the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and on behalf of the members, the board of directors, I'd like to congratulate you all. Wish you all a great future. You are the leaders, future leaders of our community, and on behalf of the chamber, we're very proud of you. We'll be giving you a certificate. Make sure you put these in your resumes and share them with all of your opportunities that you have coming forward. This is a great honor, and you can see by the people in the room that we're very proud of you. So congratulations again on behalf of the chamber.
This is a very special time in the program for me where I get to say thank you with all capital letters and a lot of exclamation marks to some very special folks. And I first would like to say thank you to Sarah Rico and Lori Otero. So ladies, stand up, get out of those booths over there, scoot out, because these are the two chairs of your program and they coordinate and plan everything. So thank you, ladies. They're also with the Paris Union High School District, so we're excited about that. And I'd like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg, and I introduce you now as the MC when I can't be here, and there's been a few times I've missed so far this year. So please stand up and let's give you a great round of applause. Thank you. And I always like to give a kudos to Mayor Darrell Bush, and I know he's not here right now, and to Dorothy Wallens, because they are very active in Menifee in Paris, and they bring in special sponsors and gift sponsors, and I always like to say thank you for those Well, gracious things that you do for our program. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. As you can see, you're having breakfast this morning, and I would like to thank those that are enjoying our breakfast and those that have actually brought the breakfast to you. And I'd like to thank from Altura Credit Union, Karina Chum. So Karina, I want you to stand as well because you started the Hemet and San Jacinto Student of the Month program. She's in her second year and she's doing a fabulous job. So we really appreciate you. Thank you very much. And Bank of Hemet is not here this morning, but we always appreciate their contribution, as well as the City of Menifee, and we have our council member, Greg August. So thank you very much. I want you to raise your hand, stand high, all that good stuff. So thank you, thank you. That's good. And from the City of Paris, Judy Hawley. I saw Miss Judy in the very back. There you are. Thank you, Judy. From County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, Dennis Gutierrez. Mr. Dennis, thank you very much for being here this morning. And CR&R, who do we have here from CR&R? Is Nicole here? I don't see them yet, but they are a wonderful company. From International Auto Crafters, Annie Petrelli. So Annie, if you can, she's in the back, she's got the pretty blonde hair, raising her hand, so thank you very much for your participation. Lowe's Regional Paris Distribution Center, as well as the Paris Union High School District. And let's make sure I have everybody right. Of course, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg. We have Lori Ortel, and you've seen Sarah Rico. And of course, Steve Swartz and Marcy Savage. And of course, Tanya Davis. And where is Miss Candace in the room? There you are, Miss Candace. So did I miss anybody?
Board member Joan Cooley.
Where is Miss Joan Cooley? There you are. Oh, there you are, Joan. Hello, good morning to you.
And our former board president, Mr. Bill Holstrom, is here with us.
Mr. Bill, there you are. Hello there. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. I'm going to have to get a stronger set of contact lenses for the back of the room. And we also have the Riverside County Office of Education, so we appreciate their participation. The Rotary Club of Paris, if you all would raise your hands high that are in the club, think high. As a Rotarian, you know, we get excited about that. Of course, the Sizzler and Star Milling with Bill Kramer. So we really appreciate that. And we also have a special guest in the room this morning, and it is our Chief of Police, Captain Mike Judge. I just want to quickly say hello and thank you for coming today. We're excited to have you here. Part of our Student of the Month program is that we offer a scholarship, and we're hoping to have one that might be around $1,700 per student, and so that is going to be really exciting. And how the scholarship program works is that in springtime, Sarah Rico will provide a competitive scholarship application to each of your campuses for every student of the month from your particular campus. So you will need to complete that out. You will compete against other students on your campus, and there will only be one student selected per school to come back to a very nice dinner that we will be doing in May, and we will honor you and shower you with many gifts and all kinds of fun things, and you will receive a scholarship to the higher education institution of your choice. So that is something really worth working on and making sure that you know that the only thing that the judges are going to know about you is what you tell them. So I say that in all sincerity and with just a lot of sort of forcefulness there, because sometimes people say, well, I'm very involved in the community and everybody knows what I do. But if you don't tell the judges, they really won't know what you do unless you tell them. So make a sincere effort to let them know all the things that you are involved in. We have several scholarship donors with us, and I'm going to share them with you quickly. We have Fred Good and Associates. We have International Auto Crafters, and you've met Miss Annie. We have the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce with Dorothy Wallens, Paris Plaza and the Cordures Limited Family Partnership. And just a little note is that it was through Daryl Smith that we actually started our scholarship program. So he was our first scholarship donor, and I really appreciate him setting that example. Then we have PUMA, which is the Paris Union Management Association. And thank you, Grant, for participating and continuing to do that every year. Star Milling, we have Sun Pro Solar, and we have WLC Architects. So let's give them all a great round of applause. As a student of the year, you will be showered with additional gifts, and you'll get a gift from Sweetest Speed and Champion Towing, and that will come from our council member Mark Yarbrough and his wife Shelley. And Costco in Lake Elsinore provides a special gift, as well as CR&R and some other folks that always come up and in May and say, we want to do a special gift for you, so we will have a lot of extra surprises for you in May. And now it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce all of our dignitaries. I'm going to call your name, and you're going to come forward and line up right over here. And the certificates, Sarah, I believe, are on the counter. Is that correct? So Sarah's going to make sure you have your certificates. You have a good 30 to 45 seconds to share a few words of wisdom and congratulations, and this will be the order of their presentations today. From the City of Paris, we have Judy Hawley. From the City of Menifee, we have Council Member Greg August. From Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office, Ms. Denny Horn. From Assemblyman Jose Medina, we have Lachey Rodriguez. From Senator Mike Morell's office, we have Aaron Jimenez. From Senator Richard Roth's office, Alti Holcomb. From our United States Congressman Mark Takano's office, Desiree Roten. Our County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office is Dennis Gutierrez. And from Riverside County Office of Education, if you would also speak, Dr. Greenberg, on behalf of them, that would be great. And our Chief of Police, Captain Mike Judge. And our final presenter will be Dr. Jonathan Greenberg, our Superintendent of the Paris Union High School District. So take it away, Judy.
Good morning. My name is Judy Hawley. I am representing the City of Paris this morning, and wanted to say on behalf of the Mayor and the City Council and the entire City of Paris, we want to wish you congratulations and success in your future endeavors. So thank you.
Since she only took 5 seconds, can I take my 1 minute and 30 seconds? Anyway, I'm Greg August, the City of Menifee Councilman for the 1st District. On behalf of the City of Menifee, the staff, the mayor, and all the residents of Menifee, I wanted to thank you for inviting us here today to congratulate the honorees today. I want to thank you, Sandy. As always, it's a pleasure to be here in support of this wonderful program, and all of the academic, business, and civic community who make it possible. People like you, Sandy, and the superintendents, one of them who's in the audience today, the staffs, your principals, teachers, counselors, Rotary and Chamber of Commerce members of the business community. You make this wonderful program possible. I really would like to thank the parents today, because actually the home is really the first school, and you are the first teachers. Without your success with your children today, I doubt we would be honoring our honorees this morning. I want to always congratulate say one last thing. We have a Marine, we have several Marines in the audience today, and I spent some time in the Marine Corps, Master Sergeant Puebla back there. I wanted to, and you talk about an education, join the Marine Corps. Yes. I still try to live by some of those principles that I learned while I was in the Marine Corps. But one thing we always learned, and the students should all know this, leadership, you're not born with leadership. And what happens is, in the Marine Corps, they teach you to be leaders, and when your time comes, and it will, we're all afraid, we're scared to step up sometimes. But when your time comes to lead, step up, and as they say in the Marine Corps, assume the position, because you can get it done with lots of support, like are reflected in what your parents are giving you, and things like that today. And finally, from the City of Menifee, again, congratulations and continued success, all of you students that are being honored here today. And to all of us in the audience today that helped make this wonderful and great day possible for our honorees. So congratulations and good luck in life, and it's just beginning for you. Thank you.
Well, good morning. I'm Denny Horn, and I'm here on behalf of State Assemblywoman Melissa Melinda's office, and this is exciting. This is one of the great events that I get to go to where we recognize young people who have made incredibly great choices. They have made the choice to put their education first and to go forward and pursue great endeavors. We wish to congratulate you on that choice and encourage you to continue to pursue your dreams. We have a certificate here for you that you can put with your college applications and such, but also, parents, close your ears, students, this is an awesome opportunity when you need a few more dollars on that card when you're away at college. I was student of the month, so make sure you remind mom and dad of that. We wish you good success and congratulations.
Good morning, my name is Lashea Rodriguez, and I'm here on behalf of State Assembly Member Jose Medina, and he would like to congratulate each and every student by honoring them with a certificate of recognition for their academic success and achievement. He would like to also thank them for their hard work and commitment, and wish each and every student an successful academic career, and thank you so much for the family and the parents and the teachers that provided an environment of nurture to allow the students to excel. Thank you, congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aaron Jimenez, and I'm here representing Senator Mike Morrell. And on behalf of the California State Senate, as well as Senator Mike Morrell, I'd like to congratulate you on all that you've already done. But remember that this is just the beginning, and there's a lot more work to do. So make sure to stay hungry and keep that ambition going. So congratulations.
Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of State Senator Richard Roth, I'd like to congratulate each of today's honorees, and I'd further like to thank all the parents, teachers, staff, and administrators for contributing to the student success. Congratulations and have a great day.
Good morning and Happy New Year. On behalf of Congressman Mark Takano, I'd like to congratulate each of this month's recipients for the Student of the Month Award. May you continue to excel in all of your academic goals, and best wishes to you all in your next journeys. Thank you.
Buenos dias, and I can see 2015-2015 is going to be off to a good, bright start because I see these bright young people. Senor Ramos, was able to meet one of the young men. You and I are just alike, believe it or not.
Awesome, right?
Yes, sir. But again, on behalf of Supervisor Marin Ashley, thank you, and especially for our men and women who are in uniform, and the people who have served. God bless you, and God bless the Swift Band. Thank you.
I see we're not shy. Good. I was asked to come up and just introduce myself real quick. I'm Captain Mike Judge, Chief of Police of the City of Paris, City of Menifee, and City of Canyon Lake. I wanted to say congratulations to you all. I want you to remember, after you are done obtaining your degrees, Sheriff's Department is hiring, and you're exactly what we're looking for. Congratulations again.
Well, I'm here in a couple of capacities. First, I want to congratulate the students on an incredible achievement. We've already talked about the odds of being selected, and they're pretty small, so it says truly what you've done over the past 4 years have counted. On behalf of County Superintendent Ken Young, you will be getting a wonderful certificate, and as people said earlier, these certificates are noteworthy. They're noteworthy for your future endeavors. Not everybody has done what you've done, and you need to brag about it. In fact, if you don't brag about it, as Sally said earlier, in an application, people aren't going to know this information, so it's important that you do that. As superintendent, the good news is we're going to provide you with a thing called thank you notes. It's kind of been lost in 2015, but back a long time ago, we had these things called thank you notes. They look kind of like this. Pretty old school. They're not text messages. It's not Instagram or Facebook or tweeting. The actual thank you notes. And inside the bag will be a list of people, companies, that have really gone out of their way to support this endeavor and support you. So we're going to ask that you write thank you notes. We have an English language arts teacher here who would tell you that's more than one sentence, okay? And typically we're looking for like 4 or 5 sentences. So please do that, and if you do that and you address it in the envelopes provided, you give it to your principal, the district will pay for the postage. And also, the district is sponsoring through the help of Paloma Valley High School. A DVD is being made of this ceremony today, and it will be sent out to the families, so you'll be able to send it to grandma and grandpa and everybody else who couldn't be here. Now I have to tell you, January is a J month, and the next J month is June, graduation. It's a long time between January and June. And that's not, I know you're capable students and you're not going to let down, you're not going to get senioritis. But what we always worry about, we had a tragedy occur at Heritage High School student a couple years ago. We had a horrible tragedy occur a number of years ago for Paris High School students, good people, who just got into the celebration mode and ended up not surviving. And I don't think there's anything worse in the world than having to bury a child, especially one with such a promising future like you. So please make sure that you and your friends celebrate in a very safe manner between now and June, and we wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. Congratulations. And now I get to reintroduce Sally Myers, who's to my left. Sally.
You can see that all of us, we've been doing this for so long, that we are one big happy family, and I think that goes a long way to let you know that we come here truly refreshed when we get to meet all of you and hear your stories, and we really look forward to that. And before we introduce our students and start our stories, I want to just show off this gift table over here. We have a number of special items, and want to give some kudos and shout outs to those that have provided the special gifts. And from Altura Credit Union, we have Karina Chum. So I know, Karina, you've provided some special cold cups, which we always enjoy. From the city of Menifee, we have some water bottles, a key ring, a pin, a lanyard, a pedometer, a bag, all kinds of goodies. So we have some neat things up here from the city of Menifee. From the city of Paris, we have an insulated cooler bag and a notepad and a calculator, so you can see these cities want to set you up for success. From Creative Printing, the thank you notes that Dr. Greenberg shared are donated by them. And from International Auto Crafters, they give you a goodie bag with all kinds of great sweets and treats in it. It has a special engraved glass plate on it, which is really quite nice and personalized to you. Have you all heard of the olive oil company in Temecula? There is an olive oil ranch, and you have a certificate to go visit the olive oil ranch, and that is from Catherine Pepe, who also works at Loma Linda University Medical Center. From New Life Fellowship, from Pastor Ted Norton. Mr. Pastor Ted, I want you to raise your hand real high. He is giving you this really cool Bible. I told him I want one of those too. I really liked it. And from New York Upper Crust Pizza and Whimsical Yogurt, you have some gift certificates. From Reflections Christian Fellowship, our pastor Don Meinberg, you also get a special Bible promise book. So y'all are going to get some great books of encouragement to take with you today. From Vistera Credit Union, from Maria Caparas, you have a Subway gift card and some special goodies from you. So thank you for your gifts, and raise your hand high so everybody can see you from Vistera. And each of your schools has a special gift for you, which they will be sharing with you. And from the Parish Union High School District, Dr. Jonathan Greenberg talked about the postage, but they also have movie tickets for you, and another shout out and kudos to the DVD from, I like to say, Randy Hughes. You can see him dressed nice in the white shirt, just like our managers. I love that. You could come manage the Sizzler right after the program today. And we've got two nice young folks with us. There are many other gifts in your gift bag as well. But if you open up your program, I just want to briefly just share with you that that everybody that is a sponsor is listed in the program, and it's important that you pay attention to that, and your thank you notes will go out to everybody. And I'm not sure, Dr. Greenberg, if you showed the list off. It is a good, like 4 pages. So there's no excuse. You have everybody's information to do your handwritten thank you note, I believe is what we were talking about. Now we're going to do our presentation of students. And we're going to go in the order that is on your program. We're going to begin first with Paris High School, and then we will conclude with Paloma Valley High School. And we have sort of an order and a protocol that we'd like to follow, and I'm going to share that with you. Our time is really a time of sharing and talking about the character of each student and how they make a difference. And we have about 5 to 6 minutes per student, and you might say, well, that's not very much time. But I will tell you, our principals and our teachers and our students come prepared with really heartfelt adjectives and little vignettes and segments that they're going to share about how each of these students make a difference. And so the way that that time breaks out is that our principal will present first, and they will have about a minute. Then our then our student will speak for about 2.5 minutes. And we really like the student to share. And students, what you're going to share about is the following. You're going to introduce your family and your guests, introduce your mentor teacher, share a little bit about your college and career goals, and just a little bit about your life on campus in your high school. Then we want you to answer either one or more of the following questions, and they are, what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? Or what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the final question, share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you have overcome. And when you are prepared to answer those questions, we want you to say an obstacle that I've overcome is, or the most significant lesson I've ever learned is, and that way we all know you've answered it, because if we don't think you've answered the question, I'm going to just kind of go like this and remind you that you need to answer the question. And it's really important that you remember to tell us where you want to attend college. And then after you speak, your teacher will speak for about a minute, and then in conclusion, one family member will speak for about a minute. And so when you come up to the podium, the way that you're going to stand on the podium, we'll have the principal right here in the middle, then our mentor teacher on this side, and then real close to the principal will be our student, and then everyone in the family, so whether it be brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, parents, we want you all over here. You're going to stand as a huddle. And I say the huddle because Randy and the 2 gentlemen that are here filming want to make sure that everybody sees you, because it will be videotaped on Time Warner Cable Television, and we want everybody to see you. So with that, I am going to call forward Paris High School with Mr. Nick Hilton and your student Isaiah Leon Logan, please. All the time, always stay real close together so that we can all get you in there. Everybody see them? Outstanding.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce Isaiah to you. In thinking about character, I think that Isaiah is probably about one of the best examples that you are going to see. A young man who came to high school, experienced some struggles, dug himself in a little bit of a hole, and looked at what was going on and everything that was going on in his life and decided, okay, yeah, this isn't right. I need to fix some things. And so not only did he stop digging, he started climbing and got himself back on track. Is on track to be A through G completer, which in high school terms that means that he'll be eligible to apply for four-year university, University of California, whatever he wants to do. And for someone who has gotten off the path a little bit and has to come back to it, that's a lot of work. There is a lot of time and energy that goes in just not only staying on the path, but falling off and coming back on. A lot of perseverance and hard work that goes into that. And not only has he done that, he is an involved student, involved in our BSU club, a student athlete. The football coach mentioned that there are a couple of universities that have been sniffing around. He let me know that none of them really interested him in terms of what his plans were, but still, just the fact that they were looking at him and all the things and accomplishments that he's made are just impressive. And so with that, I will turn it over to Isaiah.
Thank you. Good morning. I just want to thank the Paris Valley and Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce for the Student of the Month program. It's an honor. Excuse me. This is my mom, Cynthia Hall, and this is my mentor teacher, Mrs. Lyman. And this is my counselor, Dr. Johnson. I just want to say that this year, in the fall, I will be attending the University of San Francisco. I plan on going and majoring in international business, and I plan on giving back to my community by creating opportunities, and
Good morning. I'm Ms. Lyman, and I had Isaiah last year in geometry, and as an 11th grader. And I noticed that he had really good study skills, and I couldn't figure out. You're an 11th grader, and you're in geometry, so I asked him, "Why are you here?" And he told me, "I messed up." And I says, "You messed up?" He says, "Yeah, I didn't care before." And I don't know, I couldn't see that in him. I challenged him a lot. If you asked me a question, I would tell him to look at his notes and I would walk away. And other students, I would give him a hint. And about the third time or so, I would come back around and sometimes I would have to point it out to him. If he couldn't figure something out, he would sit there after the bell rang until he could figure it out. And if he couldn't, I could show it to him, but then he wouldn't take that. He would have to do it again until he understood it. And just an outstanding guy. There were students in the class who he helped out, and let me tell you, just a true role model of someone who, as Mr. Hilton had said, got himself in a hole, dug himself out, and he just complete focus. And I think that one time he even said, I says, "Why don't you play football? I mean, look at the size of the guy." Okay? And he says, "Well, I used to, but my academics are more important now to me." And that said a lot about him too. It was like he knew what he wanted. So I'm just very proud of him, and I wish that I hope that he gets Student of the Year, because he deserves it. He's put in a lot of work. He's applied to a lot of colleges. I have filled out a lot of references for him, and I will continue to do it because he's really a neat guy. So you're welcome, Isaiah.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Hall, the parent of Isaiah Logan. I'm just so proud of him. He's such a bright kid, and just for him to persevere through all the obstacles that he's gone through, I'm just so proud of you. And I know that you will succeed in life because of the skills that you have, and not only that, you're a very bright and smart kid, and I love you.
Lessons or a little bit more, I know you can tell us, or obstacles or pay it forward, just a little bit more about that.
Yeah, like I said, I would like to bring back my community by using my degree and using it to bring opportunities to my community. I guess some struggles that I've gone through and that I've learned from is that, even though things get tough, to, just keep going through it and just keep trying, put your best foot forward, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish.
Okay, it is now my pleasure to introduce Bill Clow, representing Heritage High School.
morning. My name is Bill Colom, Assistant Principal of Heritage High School, and it is my privilege and honor to introduce Alexis Ramos. When we talk about character, we were jokingly talking over breakfast, and one of the interesting things that I could sort of walk away from with regard to Alex is there came a time in his life about sophomore year where he actually listened, and then he opened his heart. And that's what Alex is about. He's started to excel in his classes, so much so that he's in AP classes. He's done after-school programs, from participation in Key Club to being the president of Sunshine Siblings, to do a lot to build our community at our school. He has really opened his heart and has really become one of the pillars for our community at Heritage. So it's my honor to introduce Alex Ramos.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's an honor to be here. You guys are super awesome. You guys are like sponsoring us, and honoring me, and all that stuff. Thank you. Anyways. Yeah. Who's first? Introduce me, right? Yeah. Alright, so I'd like to introduce you to my sister-in-law, Jacqueline, and my older bro, Miguel, and my other bro, Emmanuel, and my teacher, Miss Kurt. So, I need that.
While we're in the introduction, I forgot to share that he's a little shy.
Okay, so the college, my dream college is UC Irvine, but it doesn't matter what school you go to. So I would be like satisfied any school I would go to. The career goals. So the major I chose was mathematics, but I decided like after I applied already, I decided I want to do like engineering with like to create my own company. Anyways, so the lesson I learned throughout like my high school year was to not give up. So when I was in so it was my junior year. That's when I decided to create the the stuff so in the clubs I'm on campus. I'm in National Honor Society, the French Club, and the Vice President of Key Club. That club made me like more of a leader, which then convinced me to become the president of the Sunshine Siblings. So that Sunshine Siblings changed me to a greater person, which is like the club that helps the kids with special needs. And while I was creating the club, it was like a real big struggle, but I never gave up on the kids. So like a lot of officers gave up on us, so they left, and then we're losing members. But on the last day of junior year, the members and the kids got together for a little birthday party for one of the kids, and I saw that like everybody was like a family, it was like a family, like we're over here, we're like a family, right? Yeah, and then so everybody was family, and so that's what I'm gonna take to college. The lesson I learned. The lesson I learned was to never give up, and to never give up, because the family would always be there. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Miss Perry, and I've had the pleasure of being Alex's teacher 3 times. So twice in English and once in Avid last year. So I want to take you back for a minute. I want you to take a good look at this young man that's standing next to me, and I want you to imagine with me for a minute. You can close your eyes if you need to. Imagine a young man a little bit shorter than this guy. He had some braces and this incredible haircut that anyone who spent any time in the 1980s would be jealous of. A nice, a little bit shorter on the sides than it is right now, but still some length on the top. But the kicker was this little tail that was growing out of the back of his hair. Now that was the Alex that walked into my classroom freshman year. And let me just say that he was slightly different back then. A little squirrely. Well, he's still pretty enthusiastic, but back then, I believe his favorite words were yo, and if he was getting a little too excited in class, maybe getting off task a little bit as a freshman, like, Alex, what are you doing? Come on, man, you're killing me right now. Just like, sit down. He's like, Miss Perry, don't worry, I'm a beast. Okay, but you still need to sit down and do your work. So needless to say, there were some challenges his freshman year. You know, a couple of us in Avid were like, I don't know if this kid is avid. But then a couple more of us, myself included, I have to say, didn't want to give up on Alex. We thought that he was a very intelligent kid, and he is a very intelligent kid, and he had in him that spark that was going to get him somewhere. He just needed a little bit of direction and a little bit more support. And so that was our goal. And I am proud to say that he's been part of our Avid family for 4 years now, and clearly he's become a leader not only academically but on our campus, and he's made me very proud because he's grown from that squirrely kid who happened to cut off the little tail that was growing on the back of his head and bring it to me freshman year. So he's grown up quite a bit. I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of his generous heart. I'm proud of his patience. Last year when he was in my Avid class, he would spend the entire tutorial period helping his peers who were struggling in chemistry, because that was one of the subjects that he is a beast at. So I know he's going to accomplish amazing things in his life, and I'm just so proud of how determined and how sort of humble he's become, and that's quite a change. So don't let him trick you. He's got a big heart, and he's going to do amazing things. So congratulations.
So good morning, I'm Alex's sister-in-law, and I am here to support him through his journey he's about to take into college. I am very proud of him and what he has done throughout his high school years. He is the vice president of the Key Club and the president of Sunshine, so that's something big. I'm emotional. I just hope everything goes well for him, and you succeed in your college life that you're about to take.
Okay, thank you. So it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Michael Rose from CMI.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Mike Rose. I'm the principal at CMI. I'm extremely honored to be here with this young lady, or young ladies, but in particular this one. Since her mom's not here, I'm going to steal that minute, and I might steal a minute from you as well, so you just shake your head and you'll be fine. She is an amazing young lady in a variety of ways. One thing I want to mention is, and it won't come out here because it just won't, but you have to just trust me on this. She's intelligent, articulate, focused, driven. She's hungry, she's passionate, she's giving, she's happy, she's upbeat. She's the whole package. And then some. It's amazing to watch this young lady navigate the school. If you'll notice on her epaulets, she's a sergeant major. Now, as a retired Marine Chief Warrant Officer, I can tell you, she opted not to go the officer route. Intentionally, which I applaud her for. But nonetheless, she brings a certain flavor to the school and navigates the system like nobody else. If you just see her in action, you'd really appreciate it. She's a slacker. She has a 4.4 GPA. She's only taking 4 AP classes. She only wants to go to UC Berkeley. I'm sorry, sir.
Close.
Second choice still.
She was just recently nominated and selected as the Student of the Year at the United States Air Force, received all kinds of accolades from them. She was just a recipient of the Ronald Reagan Award. She's involved in ASB. She's a varsity volleyball player. She's in cheer. I don't even want to stop. Unbelievable. I love her. I love to watch her do what she does. And I'm proud of everything she's done. And more importantly, I'm proud of what she's going to do, because I know that no grass will grow under her feet. That is not possible. So I want to make sure you know I'm very proud of you. And I look forward to hearing great things from you and about you in the future. And now it's your turn.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone again for coming and supporting all of us. I would like to introduce, again, my parents are here for like last minute circumstances, so I'll move on to the teacher I brought with me. Technically not my teacher. The first year she was here, she was my math teacher, but throughout those years she's moved up through the chain of command and has become the assistant principal, one of the assistant principals, and I am very proud of her for that. And she was my cheer coach for most of the time I was in cheer, so she's been with me through a lot. Colleges, yeah, like Mr. Rhodes stated, I dream to go to UC Berkeley with my sister, who's already there, and like Isaiah, I also wanted to do international business. Current school life, again, like Mr. Rhodes stated, being the regimental command sergeant major has taught me a lot. Being in a lot of leadership positions, including varsity cheer captain, being in volleyball, the drill team, that has done a lot for me. And most significant life lesson, I say with CMI is different. It can offer you many things like leadership, because it gives you the opportunity, whether you want to or not, to be in a leadership position. And I'll take that with me to college, not only to go to college, to graduate for college, but to stand out at college and make a difference. So that's it. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Robin Spells, and I am one of the assistant principals. Robin Spells. Robin Davis just got married, just changed my name. One of the assistant principals at California Military Institute. I started 5 years ago at CMI, and one of the things as a teacher, I was a math teacher, one of the things that we do as a teacher is ask the kids to tell us a little bit about themselves. Well, all the other students told me a little bit about Ria, and I looked over there and said, she got a 600 on her CSTs, and I'm looking over at her, and I'm thinking, that quiet young thing over there, and because she was very quiet. She never really said too much in class, but she was always very active when she needed to be active. And so I kind of just watched her. She was never, if she got an A-, it was never good enough. She always wanted to, how can I get this up to an A? How can I get to an A+? So I admire the fact about her is that she's always seeking to excel. Of course, Mr. Rhodes just mentioned that she wanted to be an NCO. Of course, I wanted her to be an officer. Coming from an officer corps in the United States Air Force, I tried to convince her to become an officer. That wasn't working. And so I'm still proud because she was able to articulate to me why she wanted to remain an NCO and not take the officer route, and I respected that. Then they needed a cheer coach, and having cheered in high school, I said, well, you know, maybe this is something I can do. And so we kind of started cheer together at the same time. I became the coach, she got on the team, and as I watched her the first year, I realized that there was something in this young lady that could take our cheer team to the next level. And so her second year in, I asked her to become the cheer captain, and she got some other people, and the first time ever CMI has ever gone to cheer competition, we did very well. I'm sad to say that this is going to be my last year with Rio. We started together. We're going to graduate together. She's going to be in the first class of students that I see graduate. I've watched her grow from 8th grade and to become this great leader on campus. And one thing I know about her is that whatever she sets her mind, her heart to, she's going to accomplish. And for that, I'm glad that I had just a little bit to be able to participate in her life, that she allowed me to participate in her life. And I'm very, very proud of you, and I know that you're going to go on to do great things.
Okay, at this time, it's my pleasure to present Mr. Robert Creel from Paloma Valley High School.
morning, everybody. It's my pleasure to stand here in front of you and introduce to you our student, Nathaniel Smith. Character. I think character is something that's modeled. And Nathaniel is definitely a role model of character. When I first came to Paloma, I was given the dubious task of taking over counseling and doing a walk around of about 3,000 students in 3 days. And say, here you go. And all administration's gonna be off campus. Good luck. And I turned and there was Nathaniel. He and his corps of cadets helped me get through that storm. I can't even give the words to say how his character just came through that leadership that he showed during that time. He was diligent, he was prepared, and he was a leader. And a true leader can always turn back and see people following him. And I can clearly say Nathaniel has people following him at all times. Here's our highest ranking cadet. He is a Life Scout, 6 months away from becoming an Eagle Scout. He's heavily involved in his church. Mormon Helping Hands community, he's going to go on a 2-year mission once he gets out of high school. So, I mean, he is the epitome of character, integrity, and honor. It's a pleasure to have you as one of my students here.
Good morning. I've done public speaking so many times before, it seems weird that I'm up here and I can't feel my feet. Just let me, I'm just gonna introduce my dad, Phil Smith. He's always been there for me, and I recognize the sacrifices he made. He works down in San Diego, and so I don't see him a lot, but I recognize that he does a lot for my family. I have a huge family, 8 kids, so parents gotta work a lot. And my sister, Ashley, again, as I said, we have a big family, so parents working. You know, there wasn't anybody really there to help as I was growing up, and she was the one that taught me to read, and so I've always had a close relationship to her, and refusing to stand up was my buddy Keeter, but he's always been there for me. He's kind of been an influence on my life, positively, thankfully. And my teacher, I like that it says teacher/mentor, because Master Sergeant Puebla, he really was both to me. He started off as a teacher, I got to know him, and he became my mentor all throughout high school for the past 4 years. College, I plan to go to UCLA or BYU. UCLA, it's close. I like being in Menifee. It's an amazing community. I want to get a master's degree in mathematics. I don't know why. You know, growing up, I was like, man, math is boring. And then last year, I was like, okay, math's kind of interesting. And then this year, I'm taking calculus. I think math is awesome. I'm going to do that. Still, I don't understand what makes it so interesting, though. A few of the programs that I'm involved in, it says few, but in reality, I've kind of dedicated to ROTC. I do other programs here and there. I help with drama my freshman and sophomore year. But ROTC, it's an amazing program for anybody that's just looking to interact with others or just seek guidance, or especially those that want to go to the military or just anywhere that involves leadership. It teaches a lot. You know, I started my freshman year, I led 10 people. I was a squad leader. My sophomore year, I said second year, same thing. I was a guide, so I led 30 people. Junior year, I was a platoon sergeant, so I led 50 people. This year, I'm the battalion commander, so I lead 200 more plus people. And it's really an amazing change that really affected my life, because I used to be someone that thought, well, I can work alone, I can get through it. And this program really taught me that it's so much better to work with other people and see how they grow and see how you grow. One of my biggest life lessons is something that Master Sergeant had taught to me, and it's nothing means nothing unless you make it mean something. And that can both be good and bad. If something bad happens, but it's nothing major, why would I let it bring me down? It's nothing that's going to destroy my life. You know, I can always recover. I can always find another route. I can always be successful. Anybody can be successful. They just have to know how to do it. And the tools are always available, and Master Sergeant taught me that in so many ways. Again, I would like to thank the sponsors. This is really cool. I mean, you know, when it comes to football games, all the high schools are like, oh, our school's better than yours. But being here, as was said, you know, we're a family. You really get to see, well, you know, we're not enemies. You know, we got that rivalry, but every high school is full of unique students, and I love these opportunities because I get to see some of them, and they're all amazing people. Now I'll pass the time over to Master Sergeant Puebla.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. It is, again, my honor to be here. I say again because I've actually had the privilege of being here a couple times before, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention that this one is especially sweet, if you will. And the reason behind that is Nathaniel and I actually started about the same time. He's been in the program 2 months longer than I. I jokingly say that we were freshmen together. You know, I just retired out of the Marine Corps, gung-ho, wound kind of tight. I go to my first day of class, and he's one of the freshmen. He's looking like a deer in the headlights, and I'm trying to fake like I know what I'm doing. But what ended up happening was an opportunity for me to learn from my students and for me to gain momentum trying to give back more. And one of the things that I share with the cadets, and Mr. Smith here is a prime example, and that is knowledge without action is useless. If you got the knowledge but you're not doing anything with it, then it's like you're wasting it. And the thing that pops to mind is we're always talking about we're in the business of making leaders. And the best leaders serve other people. So this is the drum that I'm beating all the time. And well, it was brought to my attention not once but twice in the 4 years that we've been together that this young man, he took those words to heart. And he's demonstrated this because, and the students here can attest, that if there's an altercation on school, a lot of times the kids circle around and they bust out their phones and they're looking at it and they're looking at this fight. Well, on 2 separate occasions, you know, Mr. Smith, you know, had that moral courage because he knew what was right. He had the moral courage to step in and do something, and risking his own safety, but knowing that it had to be done. It's indicative of how he was raised by his family. It's indicative of that courage and the fact that he wants to help other people. And I can, as I look at the other students, I see the same concept, and I am refreshed to know that our future is like this. And having the opportunity to, dare I say, serve with Mr. Smith for the last 4 years have truly been my honor. Make no mistake, Paloma Valley did the right thing in selecting this young man for 2015 January Student of the Month. So to the rest of you students, congratulations as well. Thank you very much.
My name is Philip Smith. I'm grateful for the opportunity. My son forgot to mention this part of it. He asked me if I could come, but didn't say I had to come up here. Like most people, I think we're, as parents or friends, grateful for the instructors who have taught our children correct principles, and Nathan has taken that to heart. And I just want to honor those people out there in the audience and the community. Nathan has demonstrated that he can overcome adversities, and I'll just share with you, he was involved in an accident in school. And I had to come up from San Diego, made it up here, but learned 2 things was, had he not been taught to be a gentleman, he wouldn't have walked the girl across the street, he wouldn't have got hit. But because he listened to his one of his instructors not to wear baggy pants, he darted back out of the street and was hit by a car. He got to the hospital and he was sitting there and he says, but I at least was wearing my seat belt. He was hit by a car, but he had the seat belt made for a belt. And so he kept a humor about him, and he said, we're going to in life have obstacles that we have to overcome, things placed in our ways. And as youth, you got to remember that. Just get back up and thank your teachers.
And I think I'm the last school, so back to you.
Thank you.
Were you all blessed this morning?
Yes.
I hope you was. After 23 years of doing this, I can honestly say that every single time that I come to Student of the Month program, I feel energized, re-energized, and refreshed. And I'm a person of hope and a person of faith, and I love the hope that each one of you give to not only us in this room, but for all of the people out there that you get to be around every day. And you never know the people that you've touched either, because sometimes we touch people in a quiet in sort of a soft but powerful way, and you have influenced lives in a way that you've never realized. And I like to share at the very end a special word from his name is Dr. John C. Maxwell. He is an author, he's a pastor, he's a motivational speaker, and his materials are actually ones that we use in our company in training our staff. And he has something called A Minute with Maxwell, and one comes over every morning to my phone and my husband's phone, and we wake up to the Minute with Maxwell, and we share it together. And the other day we were listening to some of the words, and we spent a little bit of time going over a few words that are always what we think would be words that might be significant for a student of the month. And the one that I chose, and sometimes I change them when I'm listening to the students, but this particular one I really liked, and the word is called dedication. So if you don't mind, I'd like to share John Maxwell's word dedication with you.
Hi, my name is John Maxwell, and my friend Michelle Renee Smith from Philadelphia, who is a promoter, said, John, talk to us about the word dedication. There are some words that I think are reserved especially for people who make a difference. And the word dedication is one of those words. Whenever I see somebody that is adding value to people in a significant way, has joined a cause that other people kind of want to migrate to, I realize this person has paved the way through commitment and dedication. Let me tell you something. Dedication attracts people. People are attracted to those who are willing to put forth effort and willing to put their life on the line, and they're willing to bet on themselves and their values. And so when I think of the word dedication, I'm thinking of a person who says, I'm not turning back. I'm focused. This is my heart. This is my priority. I'm not going to be persuaded otherwise. There's something very attractive about that. Dedicated people draw other people to them because they want to also make a difference.
I like to share that with you because as I take notes, and I do take copious notes of everything, and I wanted to share some of the little words and phrases of the dedication that each of you have. And Isaiah, where's Mr. Isaiah? First of all, I love that shirt and tie. I like that smile. And what I really like about you is your humility coupled with your honesty. And I like the fact that you're not afraid to say that you got off the path. But I love the victory of being back on the path. That's really awesome. I like your perseverance. And I like the fact that you have that caring heart. And you are going to make a true difference. And thank you for your dedication.
Thank you.
Alexis. I like you.
I like you too.
Yes. And a word that was used about you was enthusiastic. Right? That word was used. And my mother used to say to me, to be enthusiastic, you must act enthusiastic. And she said that to me all my life. And I think that's very true. What I loved that was said about you and your dedication is that you listened and then you opened your heart. And I like that heart action. And I'm in the hospitality industry, and I wouldn't survive in this industry if I didn't have a heart, and if we didn't hire people with a heart. And you're going to be an amazing engineer with a heart. I like that about you. And I love that you love family. That's very important. So thank you for your commitment to dedication.
Thank you too.
Rio. There you are, Miss Rio. I love that smile. And I do like your humility as well. And what I love what was said about you is that, Rio, you are the whole package. You mentioned all these words about her, and the one word that I wrote down was passion, because passion is something that if we don't have it, what really is many times what defines us. And the fact that that is the whole package is incredible with you. And I love the fact that part of your lesson is in your leadership, you understand that that makes a difference and that you seek to excel. And I'm a former cheerleader, and so go. I cheered at Pepperdine, and I tried cheering at University of Alabama. I didn't make it, but that was okay. I still was a cheerleader for everybody else. And Nathaniel, Mr. Nathaniel, there you are, Nathaniel. I loved about your dedication is that it was said about you that character is modeled and Nathaniel is character. That's strong, and that's powerful, and that you like to work with others. And I think it was just really kind of fun. Math is awesome. It truly is, and I like your diligence and your wanting always to follow through. So thank you for your dedication. And I know that Dr. Greenberg would love it if you went to UCLA. Yes, and I cheered at the Poly Pavilion. Yes, so that was one of my big things that I got to do. So that was very, very fun. So I'd like to introduce our two young gentlemen, and if you could tell us your names, please, from Pomelo Valley High School.
Chase Caston.
Chase and?
Austin Forte. Austin Forte.
Austin, yes. So these are the young gentlemen from Pomelo Valley High School that are here this morning to help Mr. Hughes videotape, and they will be editing this and preparing it for our Time Warner cable television for all those out in our community to see. So you will be actually great testimonies for other students and families in this community. So that concludes our program. I always like to say, may God richly bless you. And we will take some pictures. Miss Sarah Rico will out in front of the Sizzler. We have our bags for you. So thank you very much and have an amazing day. Thank you.